full screen. There we go. There we go. Big round of applause for Columbus for getting us started. Hey, everybody. Thank you very much for... It says 0 viewers here.
Yeah, because the fucking thing resets. So
all right, we've got to set the thing now.
You have to post it again on Twitter.
I've got to post it again on Twitter. Okay. I'm going to post it again on Twitter. Not that anybody's listening here. Okay.
Is it up?
Well, I just posted it now on Twitter.
No, is it up on your stream?
Is what up? What? It's up. I'm up here. There's no viewers.
So you just stopped streaming it.
What?
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't. Okay.
Just leave me alone. I can't deal with you.
Okay. There we go. We're in. Everybody is in. Let's see what's going on here. Everybody is here. It looks like there are 2 different streams. Could that be what it is? I'm in the wrong one again. Come on, Columbus. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. What am I doing, Joodles? Am I in the wrong one? One of them is the whatchamacallit.
It's fine now.
Is this the only one that's there?
Yes, it's fine. You just fine.
Okay. Am I in it, everybody? I'm so sorry. I'm incompetent at this. I used to actually be relatively competent. I'm not a computer guy. It's for nerd. Don't panic. They'll find you. This is what happened the last time. I pressed the wrong button. All I had to do was go to the bottom and press full screen. Anyway, thank you for coming, everybody. Good to see the old faces coming in. This says 1 viewer, but I got 3.
You need to post your Twitter link again because the one you've got up there 3 minutes ago is the wrong one, and all these other ones.
So which one do I take down?
The one you're using now. The live one now.
Is... Okay. Okay. I'm going to just... Everybody, I'm going to have to delete this to...
Delete what?
I'm going to have to delete something. I can't, because I've got two of these things here. And an existing account. That is this account. Should I delete this thing here? 17 viewers. Okay. I think this is the right one here. Hey, Ian Lomas. Hey, Nick Stick Dick. Everybody. Hey, Joodles. Good to see you. Kinsey. I love that name, Kinsey. I love the girl who used to work for whatchamacallit was so beautiful. Kinsey. She was beautiful girl, Kinsey. Joe Sanders, no idea what is happening, but I'm back. I have no idea. What happened is we set it up in advance. Columbus said, do the thing in advance. And then I pressed the wrong button. So there were 2 of these things up. There's always going to be something wrong. Hey, Lewis. Hey, Mark Thorpe. Hey, everybody for listening to this thing. I don't know what we're doing here. I just think it's going to work out. Lucy, you are lovable, Lewis. Thank you, Lucy. I appreciate that. I shouldn't have to get this kind of affirmation, but I appreciate the affirmation. I'm giving you, Lucy, affirmation. DD, I'm giving affirmation. I'm giving affirmation to everybody. We are here to lose weight. That's the number 1 motive of the Lewis Schaffer Weight Club or Fat Loss Club or Lewis Schaffer Be Thin. Be thin, be beautiful. That's what we're doing. We want to be thin and healthy. Lucy said I wasn't fat. I feel a bit. I feel like, can you see that? Can you see just the fat? I woke up today, I was 80.5 kilograms. 80.5. Okay? Thanks for getting my name wrong. Jeff Norcott got it wrong too. Non-stick Nick. Jeff Norcott's a good guy. I guess. I mean, I don't know him that well, but he's always been nice to me. So he hasn't turned on me. And I appreciate you. Non-stick Dick. Oh, I see. Is it non-stick? I actually read it correctly. I've got a bigger screen here so I can see this a bit easier. Can you hear me, everybody? If you can't hear me, say you can't hear me. What and I, good to see you, music. Who is Schaffer? Get it? Who is Schaffer? Yeah, like what is it? What are we doing here? This is our 15th show, and we've basically maintained. We haven't lost people. Hey, Carol, good to see you. Welcome back. Or have you been here before, Carol? What's your last name, Carol? Where you from? How tall are you? And how fat are you? My son actually said that was funny. Did that sound as funny as it could have sounded, Columbus? Anyway, thank you for coming, Carol. Chris Dobson, he calls GB News GBBs. No, cheeky. Sorry. Well, this show, whatever we call this thing, is about being the best possible selves, and the number one way we can do that, the easiest way, and that's almost impossible, is to make sure we're thin and beautiful, so that Lewis Schaffer loves you. Do you want to be loved by Lewis Schaffer, Carol? Okay, maybe you don't. But this is what we need to do. We need to be thin and beautiful. I'm looking at myself now and I'm thinking, how could I be loved? Who will love me? Lewis, listen to your chubby. I don't have a chubby. Affirmative. We want to be loved, Carol. Okay? So maybe we should start out this way. We ended the show last time with how much we weighed. It's kind of like a Weight Watchers thing, which was founded almost in the town, or had the headquarters in the town that I grew up in Great Neck, Long Island, in the area of New York town. It's a town, but I mean it's right next to Queens, which is New York City. And I mean, it was a brilliant idea. It was like all the women getting together. And this is about 70 years ago, and they were concerned about weight loss. Even then, people are. You is live. I'm live. Can you hear me, everybody? That's what this show. I've been lectured about the show. I've been told I should stick to a subject more than I normally do. I'm normally looking up and down to see who's here, and perhaps that's not the right way. I should maybe talk for a bit longer on any particular subject. Or you can ask me if you want more information. If you have a point, Daddy Bannister, brilliant. We love Lewis. Thank you very much. You is live. Alan, I love the heart symbol. It's like the heart floating off of a heart. Lucy is here, so let's say hello to Lucy. Nonstick. Don't say that. That sounds so dirty. Anyway, so you heard. I mean, I didn't shave today. I don't think I. Do I look all right? All right. This is what we're getting. Yesterday we had over 500 people watching it just in one day. So we're doing really well, and we had over 70 people watching it. So that's way more than I expected. And we're not losing anybody. Are we losing anybody, Columbus, our statistician? No. We're not losing anybody. And people are watching. And we haven't had any, I don't want to say this, but we haven't had any negativity at all, basically. Anybody? No, I haven't cried. I haven't cried today. I cried yesterday because I was listening to that song, to Danny Wilson's song called Mary's Prayer. Does anybody know that song? I was crying about that. I was crying because I'm thinking about just the pain. The pain. Too true, but you are delicious and delayed. Am I delayed? I was delayed yesterday. Yeah, that's true, because I was doing my filming thing. So, obviously, no one wants to say. I think everybody should start the show saying, like, I'll start. I'm 5'10", maybe 9.5, 5'10", and I weigh 80.5 kilograms. You could say it in stone. You could say it in pounds. Okay. Do you get full and sated with food in the stomach or in the colon or both? Do you get full and sated with food in the stomach or in the colon or both? Well, the colon doesn't tell you you're full or not. Why, if you don't have any pressure on the colon? No, satiation comes from, people get sated on a cellular level, not even on a stomach. That's the myth. You could fill up your stomach and you could still need enough food. You need to eat more food, slumber. Okay? Do you know, before water was invented, people had to carry their boats around. Big Steve, that's funny, 5'8", 78 kilograms. That's a bit heavy, Kinsey. That's a bit heavy. Okay? And what weight do you want to get down to? Ian Lomas is 6'3", and he's 88 kilograms. Okay, how are you doing? Is that good? You could be muscular at that weight, I think. And Alan Williams is 5'9" at 11 stone. I think that's good. I think 11 stone is good. But meat laying too long time in the colon, it doesn't lay too long in the colon, right? It doesn't. They say meat is rotting in your system. It's not rotting. It's not rotting. The thing that rots is the high carb diet, is fiber, which cannot be digested, right? Hello, Paul. Afternoon, all. Does everyone know what the hell they are doing? Yes, they do. Big Steve is 6'2" and fat. It's good to be tall, though. I mean, women like the tall men. Don't you like the tall men, ladies? You do. And there's not much you can do about being tall. So you should be grateful you're tall. You just don't destroy it by being fat. It's a big yeah. I'd like to be 69 kilos or lower, I guess. Right. So let's work on that. What are we doing to work on that, Kinsey? Are you eating? Okay. Mark Thorosian. He's half Armenian. We love the Armenians. Male, 5'9" and 88 kilos. That's so you're about 10 kilos too much. Lucy is 5'6". That's a great height for Lewis Schaffer. And you don't saying what your weight is, Lucy. Okay. Well, you got to be honest with this thing. You've got to be honest to me. Lucy. Chris Dobson's 5'10", 177 kilo. Right, so that 177 is 5 foot. Yeah, right. 10 stone, 71.7 pounds. No, that's not right. 67 kilograms. Oh, 147. Oh, you're 10 stone 7. Okay, sorry. I'm from America. I don't understand the stone things as much as I should. But you weigh 147. Well, that sounds all right. Ian Lomas lifts weights. Well, you can have an excuse. I'm against weightlifting. You know that. Ian. Oh, Sergeant Furry Toes. Hey, welcome on, Sergeant. Where are you from? You're 5'3" and weigh 18 stone. I don't believe you. Do you really weigh that much? That's too much. Lewis, you didn't reply if you missed Leo, Paul, and GB News and Lewis. Yes, I do miss them. I do miss them a lot. I miss myself. Is that what you mean? 5'11", I think 150 pounds. And I could swear like Trump. God bless Trump. We'll talk about Trump and his cursing. I don't know what he's trying to accomplish. Chris Thompson's back. He's 10 stone at 10 stone 7 at 67 kilograms. That's good. Armitage Biddy. I'm in favor of thin, basically. I'm 80 kilograms. I'd like to be 75 kilograms and maybe even lower. You're 5'10", Armitage, and I'm working on it. Yeah. And you're being like Lucy. Lucy's not telling me the truth. How can I have a good relationship with Lucy when she does? I know nothing about Lucy. We know nothing. She's very secretive. I don't know. She could be a horrible person. Was interesting to hear hear Trump saying. Yeah. Well, he's cursed before. I mean, he's a New York guy. He's 78. I guarantee you he curses a lot. I don't know if I'm in favor of it. Cursing is just so, it's not a bad thing. Okay? Did you have ash tone? Claire? Who had ash tone? Okay, hey guys, here for the weigh-in. Okay, what is the weigh? Ian Hogue, just finished a workout. Need to stop eating sherbet lemon sweets. I like sherbet. I like lemon sweets, but yeah, I am a fan. I hate to say it. So Carol is 5'5" and 60 kilograms. That sounds good to me. Does that sound good, everybody? That's 120. That's 132 kilograms. Yeah, you're from Essex. Essex. Can I tell you? Did you know that the street that I grew up on was Essex Road, ESSEX, Essex Road in Great Neck, Long Island, New York. 5'10", 76 kilograms, non-stick Nick. I miss the prices of the newspapers. You know what? I don't buy the newspapers anymore. I got enough information. You know what I do? I'm online. I'm on Twitter. My son was not Twitter. I spend an average between, it looked like maybe 8 hours a day on YouTube. Is that possible? Okay, you have a real delay here in communist Korea. Is that the Korean flag? I think that is. Is it wrong to not want a girlfriend taller than me? Usually it's the other way around. They don't want you. How tall are you, Mr. Croxton? Essex is East Saxon, and Wessex. And where is there a North Saxon? Is there a South Saxon? These days you can buy we could discuss that. You know, women have their priorities. You can't yell at them. You know, Rachel, 5'2" and 126 pounds, just below fat. No, you're fat. You're not fat. It could be a lot. You're 6'2", so you're all right, I think. Essex Road in Islington, exactly. Well, I was named in my neighborhood. There was Cambridge and Devon and Piccadilly Road. There was all the different roads named because they tried to be posh when they named the place in the 1920s. We could talk about that. Do you guys find that interesting? Why women like tall? That women like tall men. They like tall men. Like my friend, I'm not going to mention her name, Nicola, but she's super tall. She's not interested in me. You know, what can you do? That's why we should be as tall as possible by eating a meat diet. Wessex was a kingdom, but not a county. No Nessex. Laugh out loud. It's like Anglia. People say I live in East Anglia. Well, where is West Anglia? There's no West Anglia. Short kings here have the best personalities. No. Is that true, Elaine? Yeah, they could have it because they have to work at it. They're not good looking. Like you know, when you see a tall guy, they're just so. People are like laughing and smiling. Anglia was a kingdom too, and we're going to be we Anglians, we Essexing, we're going to fight for ourselves in the coming years. Oh, we got 42 people watching already. So what were we saying? So let's go back to. Has anybody not had your weight adjusted? Now maybe we could say, what are we doing to maintain our body weight, Ian? I know you're lifting weights, and you probably don't have any fat, but muscle building, I'm not happy with that idea. But you know, my friend Russ, he muscle builds, and I went for a walk today, and I asked my son to come with me. He wouldn't want to do it. He didn't do it. I walked. King's Cross was named after the king in 1820. That doesn't sound right. That's not long enough ago, or is it? Is that long enough? That's when the king. Do you know Tyler Fisher, New York City comedian? Is he a New York City comedian? But he is really funny. I don't see that much about him. He says he has trouble getting women because he is short. Yes, he is. Yes, he does. That's why you got to throw the short man a bone. You know how short? It's like my friend Nicola. She's not interested in me. You know, what happens if you're really short? They're not interested. So, you know, at least there's nothing. What can you do? You just have to be as good looking as we can be. Do you agree with me, Columbus? Yes, but try to beat drums also. My favorite drummer is Pierre Moulin from French fusion band Gong. Oldfield's drummer also. What is that in reference to? But you do cardio and kettlebells. Well, what does it mean? Every exercise is cardio exercise. Am I right? Lucy, that's because you keep picking up random detritus from the curbside. Is that why women don't like me? When they see me walking down the street picking up stuff? Yeah, maybe it is. Yet James Cullen, who is James Cullen, is 5'3", and his wife is 5'11". Yeah, but is he the famous musician? Yeah. I mean, I know everyone would like to believe that women like men, you know, who are smart and funny and rich. But at the end of the day, they like men who are good looking, basically. And it helps if you're smart and rich. Did you see the wife of what's the guy's name? Of Amazon guy. What's the Amazon guy? What's Columbus? What's
Bezos.
Bezos. And then what's his name comes by, and she like her face lights up, talking to him because he's tall and beautiful. Okay, yeah. I mean Bezos, right? Thank you, Mark. Thank you for listening to me. Columbus is playing a computer game right now, and you also do cycling. Cycling is good, but I mean, I used to about 8 years ago. I followed cycling. Not followed. I read all the books about what's his name. Why my memory is so bad. About what's his name. I got to do something about my blood pressure, I think. Lance Armstrong, you know. And he was a good-looking guy, but very skinny. Optimus Prime. Hello, Jerry Shepardino. If you just came in late, everybody's gone over how much they weight. How much they weigh. So let's everybody shout out how tall you are, if you're a man or a woman, and how many pounds or kilos or whatever. How did we get to talking about drums? The astronaut, height, status, right? That's important to women, but it's not the most important thing to women. Women will put up with a lot if you're really good looking. A lot of girls, unless the economy goes bad, and then suddenly everything changes. They start taking care of themselves, you know. And I mean, women aren't as picky as men, right? I mean, unless you're they'll go for you if you're the top 1%. Women are horrible. Okay, so you're not a fatty. Beautiful people like Lewis can be gods in their own right. Thank you very much. I mean, I was listening to the thing yesterday, and yeah, maybe you're right. Joodles is only 5'5". I don't want a tree. You don't want to go out with a tree. You don't want to hold on to a tree. If I hold on to you. My mother was 5'4", and I'm 5'10". You're still female, still 5'7", still 10 stone, maybe. That's really good. That's really good. Imagine if all the people here were at the weight you wanted to be. At the weight you wanted to be. Imagine if I'm not saying we're starting a political party, but we need to be strong. 5'10" is good, yeah. But you know what? There's a lot of great guys who are shorter than I am. And I'm, 5'10" is barely okay. But, and it's like you look at all those super rich people. They've had to work hard for it. They've had to work hard. But I'm going to tell you something, everybody. You can improve your looks, no matter what your height is, by eating raw red meat. Joodles and Joe Sanders are perfect height for Mr. Croxton Schaffer. He's 6'2". No, you're being a bit greedy. You're being greedy. You shouldn't go at a 5'5". You should give that to a 5'5" man. Am I right about that? Or give it to Lewis Schaffer. 6'2", you can go with anybody. I'm not saying you're doing a bad thing. Okay? Anyway, women love humor and feeling sorry for men. 5'7" is a good height. Yeah. Do they love feeling sorry for men? I don't think so. So someone's saying, ha ha ha. Okay. Sense of humor, like my joke. I always say women love a man with a good sense of humor. And you know what makes a woman laugh? A man with money. Lewis will save the UK. I don't think I will, but I'd like to. I believe in the UK. I mean, I believe it. I'm a Team UK person. Warren Forster, welcome back. Are you still doing GB News? Well, I was called last week. I haven't been called this week. Maybe I won't be called at all. Maybe they've listened to what I've said. I haven't said anything bad about... Have I said anything bad about GB News? No. Tall enough, but doesn't matter as I sit at a computer chair all day. Yeah, well, that's the other thing you can do. You can get up and walk around. I try to get my... Whatever. I try to walk around. I spent about a year. The past year was hard because my girlfriend left me. And we had some other problems. I don't want to say what it was. No. So I was in a very bad way. And now I think you've got to feel better. Lewis is only wearing underpants tonight. Yes. Can you tell? I might only be wearing underpants. About 4 inches shorter is perfect for putting an arm around. Yeah. So you don't put an arm around. You put her arm around her waist because she's all slender and everything. Patrick will phone you on the weekend, Jay Evans. Well, I hope so. Patrick's a good guy. And if I don't work on it, listen, I had 3 years. I didn't think I was going to be on the show at all. I made a lot of new fans and friends. I think it is the Homo erectus in me. I just want to look after my people, probably non PC, to think that now, but it is nice to cuddle a slightly shorter partner when I get home. Yeah, men like that. And a lot of women like to be cuddled. So, you know, Lovitch underwear. Yeah, I should do my Lovitch. A lot of women want a guy to protect them, even though they think they've got everything. Should we take a vote? Yeah, you want a guy, but then again, you could be protected by a small. What men do is they want to be protected emotionally too, and women want to be protected from doing crazy stuff. There's a lot of fear in women. I've seen this a lot, right, Kinsey? A lot of fear that women need a man to say, "Hey, calm down. Everything's going to be okay." I mean, I want a woman to say to me, "Everything's going to be okay." But and you know, I'm basically a woman. A woman. Ian Higgs. Thumbs up. He's giving to Slumbert. Humor. Kinsey says humor matters a lot. So we've started the show on our weight thing. We've realized most of the people do not sound that heavy here. A few people, Lucy, are lying. She thinks I'm not going to love her if she's fat. Do you think that, Lucy? Honestly, the truth is that's probably true. That is true. I'm not going to love you, but you could, because I won't think that you love me. But at the same time, you could lose weight. Everybody can lose weight. I would like you. I'd hang out with you. I got a lot of guy friends. I'm not, they're a bit fat, but I don't hate them, but I don't love them. That's horrible to say. What's on a man's mind? What is on a man's mind? Lewis, would you stand for election just so we could follow your campaign? Well, I can't stand for election because I'm not a citizen of the country. I can't run for any office here. I'm not a citizen. That's one of the things I need to do. I'm not a citizen. I'm just glad the people are letting me stay here. If a man says calm down, that is the worst. Well, women hate that because it's true. A man knows a woman needs to calm down. Well, why is that so bad? Tell us why that's so bad, Joe Sanders, and give a little detail why you think it's bad. Copycat London in the house, Keith. We have a Thames River. What does that mean? What does that mean? We have a Thames River. Joe Sanders, I would say, let's build a bridge and get over it. Pissing myself laughing. Yeah, you could say that women don't like to be told that, but they want a man who's going to say everything's going to be okay. Money is coming in. It looks bad right now, but everything's all right. That's what a woman. Oh, isn't that what a woman likes? What I think a woman likes. I'm not that way. I'm Mr. Pan. I'm always thinking, holy cow, we're losing the world. Right now, I'm thinking I need to play it cool with the woman I'm dating. Yes, you do. London, Ontario. Okay, London, Ontario. I think women they need a. I don't know. Women need to play it cool. I had this kind of girlfriend. And I was like telling her I loved her, everything. I just was enjoying it, and she didn't enjoy it. But you have a girl, yeah. You know what? It's like that song, Danny Wilson, Mary's Prayer. It's about a guy who just didn't really appreciate the woman who was saying, this guy, you're my prayer. And he goes, I don't want to be your prayer. And then she went off and found somebody else, and he regretted it. I think that's Mary's Prayer. Did I come on too strong? I just thought she would like me. That's what I thought. I thought I was a little bit full of myself. I don't even know why I was full of myself. And I met somebody, and I just thought, this is the girl for me. Not even, I didn't even think she was the girl for me. I thought perfect. Yeah, so she thought it was... she just sort of just taken it easy and not been so, I don't know what. Yeah, it came on too strong. Whatever you do, women complain. Yes, that's what I've learned. I follow this all the time because I follow all the woman-hating, misogynistic, red pill website. Claire, the wife, loves Danny Wilson. Danny Wilson is a band. I know one of their songs, and it just makes me cry. Came out in 1988. I don't know if I heard it was like 23 in the charts in America in 1988. Okay. I came on too strong. But men like when a girl comes on. Do we like it when a girl comes on too strong? Yeah, we do like it. We want to be told because nobody ever tells us, "Oh, you're so beautiful. I think you're really beautiful." Women want to be convinced you love them, right? Am I right? She met them in Dundee once. That's where he lives. This guy Clark. I don't know what his last name is. Would you do a sequel to Taxi Driver? I've never seen a sequel to Taxi Driver. That's interesting. I've never seen. Well, you know what? Because you can just tell it was like a sequel to Chinatown. That wasn't very good, and that was the best movie ever made, Chinatown. And Taxi Driver was one of the best movies ever made. And he came on too strong with her, basically. And then he saved the life of the president, whatever. Women are telling you you're beautiful here every day, Lewis. Yeah, I like that. I like it when you Joodles butter me up. I do like that. That's fine. You keep on going. Okay. I mean, I never did, but I do like it now. Okay. I like it. Was that Jack Nicholson? Jack Nicholson was in Chinatown. Has anybody not seen that movie? That's one of the best movies ever made, in my eyes. Really nice guy. Jack Nicholson's a nice guy, or Gary Clark? Probably a nice guy, because he never was as successful as you guys could have been. Two Jakes, yeah. Was that good? I never saw it. I don't know if I saw it. It was so well made, Chinatown. Was it good, Lucy? They so are Joodles. What are you saying? Who is they? Women. They're telling you beautiful. Yeah. We want to be told that. My last girlfriend, she basically grabbed me by the ankle and didn't let go. And I stayed with her for 12 years. And then she stopped grabbing me by the ankles. Now I have an image of a buttered up Lewis. Yeah. What? Yeah. Yeah. What do you mean by two best jokers, says Warren Foster. Okay. You're in for September 15th. What does that mean? Okay. Did you see the two jingles that were made for you? I did see one. I gotta go back to see him. Jack Nicholson is not a nice guy. Why is he not a nice guy? David Tabazil, who's a friend of mine in real life. You need a nice set, Lewis. Maybe a nice flag. No, we're doing I've got two flags here. Here's two flags, David Tabazil. Here's two flags. I got them right back here. I'm doing as little as possible. David, as if people don't like me, they don't like me. You know what you said about my friend David said about me? The people in this country don't really appreciate me. He says, "How could I be a big star here?" But the more and more people are appreciating. Mary's Prayer is an amazing song. I totally forgot about it. Thanks, Lewis. Does this mean you're into 89's music fan? Yes, I am. Maybe that's still one of the last years. Counting Crows. Yeah. Do you still have any unopened letters from your mother? I do. I found more. I maybe have 10 or 20. I could do another show like that. Hello, David Tabazil. Mr. Croxton says hello. Thank you for coming in. How are you feeling, David? Are you doing all right? How much do you weigh? Not that it matters, because you are splendid. But no, it does matter. We're doing a fat thing here, where everybody's coming on and they're saying how tall are you and how much do you weigh? And I'll tell you if you're fat. Are you quite fat now? Are you quite fat? He was bad to Angelica. Yes. She was so in love with him. And why? Because he never married her, never gave her children. He should have just... This is like me, yeah. Because you know what it is? You're not ready for children. A woman is grabbing you by the ankle, and you're not ready for it. And then it's too late. Not that women have to have children, but you have to stay. You have to stay with the woman. You have to stay. You have to give them the love that they need. I'm Mr. Love. He was in The Crossing Guard with Angelica Houston. Great film. Lewis looks like Clark Kent on photo, But fat can't lift off. No, I was fat, but I did look like Clark Kent because I had the dark hair, the eyeglasses. Everyone said this to me. They said Clark Kent, Clark Kent. Why was he bad to Angelica, Lucy? Please tell us why he was bad to Angelica. Okay. So, what do we say? Do you still think? So I have unopened letters. Should I do another show, unopened letters, for my mother, where I read the letters? Was I mean to my mother? She was like, was I mean to her? I don't know. I don't know if she wanted children, but he knocked up someone else. Early on in the relationship, in the middle, what point? Harold Lloyd, that's another great comic actor. Knocking up somebody. Well, we should all knock up people. Everybody, we need to make we need to make women pregnant. And if we don't make them pregnant, we need to have, I can't believe do I sound horrible, Columbus? We need to have, you need to pay attention to women. You know, that's what you need. But men, the problem is men aren't like that. We've got billions of sperm at the end, yeah, because they were together for so long and he meets somebody else. It's like you meet somebody else. Okay, I remember watching Harold Lloyd, brilliant. Yeah, he was great. At the end, don't randomly knock women up. Why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? I mean, I'm inherently conservative. You know, my father was I'm inherently conservative, but I guarantee you, if I had children earlier, the problems I had with one woman is when I realized I did not love her as much as I could because I was old, and she needed to go her own way out of niceness, and she got really angry at me. Okay. Elaine asks, "Hey Elaine, where are you from, Elaine? Who will look after the children after all of these women are knocked up?" That's the other thing. We live in one great big house in Utah. And the dead spit of one of my exes, hence the X. What are you saying? I looked like someone? Is that what you're saying? My haircut's at the front, like old Superman, I just realized, which means we can improve. Yeah, we can get a good haircut. Maybe I need a new haircut. I mean, I still have the cream in my hair from when I did the film yesterday. So what does that mean, a dead spit? Please explain yourself here. Could you revive Free Until Famous? Do you still do that act? Whatever that act is, I mean, it's just basically what I'm doing now, but with more jokes, I guess. 75% of black American children have no daddy in the house. It's awful. I'm not saying, yeah, that has nothing to do with the men. It has to do with the women. It has to do with the women. I fought to see my kids. And women just go, well, who needs this guy? I want to find somebody who's going to give me a bit of love. I love your show title. Elaine, where are you from? Please answer. I meant Jack Nicholson. He wasn't great looking, but he was a great actor. And he had a great smile and a great laugh. And Chinatown was the greatest movie ever made. Okay, tell us about working on Wonder Woman. It was in a studio in Shepperton or something. I don't remember anything about it. They needed people to run in to the president's office, and I just ran to the front. I said, I'm going to be in this film. Lewis using his golden years to poop cast. Behave yourself. It's not the women, Lewis. It's the men. It's the society. They don't need women to be married. They don't want women to have kids. They want to import adult children so that they can do it. It isn't the women exactly, but it isn't the men either. It is the women. The BBC showed a whole series of Harold Lloyd films one Christmas when I was young. It was brilliant. Yeah, well, the BBC controlled everything, and they must have put on something good. Well, what people, you can be happy without kids. That's what I'm saying. You can be happy without kids. But you can't be, when you leave a woman, or if she leaves you because she's unhappy, there's a lot of acrimony in the air. Very few women are happy about that. I shouldn't be talking like this. My son is listening. You're crying with laughter. Behave yourself. It isn't necessarily the women, but we need the problem is historically we need a controlled world. We need people to be together. To say this is your wife, and we need wives to be as beautiful as they can be, and men to make as much money as they can be, and give as much love as they can. We need that's the Lewis Schaffer belief system, right? That's the Lewis Schaffer belief system, which is we need love. Do we need love? Do women need love? They need love. They need to be hugged and cuddled, and you need to have sex with them, and you need to have kids, and you need to give them money. And men also, you need to show men respect. Everyone needs love. Exactly, Kinsey. Everyone does. Everyone does. The problem is there are so many women around there having a good time, or trying to have a good time, or looking for someone to have a good time, and so many men out there who are looking for a woman to have a good time. Did you manage to fulfill your own version of men and women during your marriage? Elaine, the answer is no. I was a very bad husband the first time, and then the second time we weren't quite married, but I wasn't that great. I mean, at the end I just said, okay, I tried to be better. Exactly. Elaine just did. Where are you from, Elaine? Because you've just done the right thing, which is you have a question, you asked a question, it expressed a belief system. So I thank you very much for that. Okay? Yeah, let's ask ourselves. Okay? You're all heart. I know I was not great. I don't think I was bad. I was that bad. I wasn't a cheater. Okay? But I wasn't a lover either. And I was really angry because I was angry at my mother. I was really angry at my mother. You need to be young and healthy. Yeah, it's better to be young and healthy, but it's still better to be filled with love. That's exactly what we need. Love. Not always. So those are what the Lewis Schaffer, what this show is about. This show is about one, love. Does anybody disagree with me? And two, low carb. That's what this show is about. Low carb. Low carb. Okay, Lewis. Who is your Doctor Who? Mine is Tom Baker. I do not have a Doctor Who, though I did work with one guy on a film in a basement in Soho. Love low carb. Yeah. I don't know. I can't love low carb, but I do appreciate it. You'll lose weight. Claire Warren. Where are you from, Claire, again? You are cute. I'm happy. Thank you very much, Claire. Very, very nice. Where are you from, Claire? That's such an English name, is Claire. Mark Thorosian. I'm a good guy. Lots of charisma, genuine and open book. That said, I have my foibles. We can only try to be better the next day. Yes, foibles. Great word. Yeah, we got to try. We've got to try. That's what we're all trying to. We're trying to love as much as possible. And the way men, we can love. We can love. We can love. We can love. And women can love too. And the way we love is by being as healthy as possible. By being low carb as possible. That's a form of love. When you take care of yourself, you are showing love for your mate. I can't believe how conservative I've become. I'm not saying you should try to get women pregnant. But we should try to have as many kids as possible. It's not that important. Love Dave Allen. I love Dave Allen too. Where did this go? Am I down here? Okay. So what are you saying? Yes, Lucy. What did Lucy say? First of all, I've always said women need to avoid men with mommy issues like the plague. First of all, the plague does not exist. Number one. Number two, I'm not even sure the plague doesn't exist. It might not exist. Yeah, the Black Plague, yeah. It doesn't exist. It was mass panic anyway. But all men have mommy issues. All women have daddy issues. Women are women and men are men. What you're saying, Lucy? You don't have daddy issues. Everybody has daddy issues. Dave Allen, did you see the scene where he is trying to get a 20-pound note stuck under the car tire, and he goes to the coffee shop to wait? Very funny. What is that? What is that from? Oh, Dave Allen. I don't remember that. I don't remember. Hi, Lewis. My uncle talked a lot on the phone. With who? With you? With who? The plague doesn't exist was not what I was expecting. Yeah, the plague doesn't exist. All those people dying. I mean, did they... I don't know if they... there was... People were living in cities. People who lived out in the countryside didn't get the plague. That's why they said as fair a skin as a milkmaid, because they were living a country life. The women who were living in the cities, and the people who were living in the cities were dropping dead. I don't believe in... I'm not 100% sure about the plague. I mean, you should read the book. The book by... I don't know... what is it called? Virus Mania. Rats. No. Rats. No. Rats. They were living in a place where there were so many rats. So the answer is no. Is no. And like those people who were... John... What's the guy's name? John Snow? Who is the guy who was in London? And they were dying of the plague in London. They were basically drinking poo because the well was right there in the center of London. They want to blame it on something. Yes, Lucy. What is Mark saying about Lucy? Yes, Mark. Very funny. Haha, Joodles. What does he says? The plague doesn't exist was not what I was expecting. Well, you're going to have to... I mean, I'm sorry. But, everything the whole underlying facts. That's what's cholera. Cholera is the same bullshit thing. There's germs everywhere, and eventually you could, with enough research, you could find, here's the cholera, bacteria, virus, whatever. Lucy was saying he had a scene with the Dave Allen sketch. James Herbert or Defoe. I don't know who those people are. William Defoe. The guy who wrote Robinson Crusoe? Judas is laughing. I do not believe. What was that plague village where no one died? Exactly. No one died. It's like the COVID thing. No one died from COVID. Basically, the NHS murdered people. I shouldn't be saying that. Possibly murdered people. They'll sue me for libel because I said the NHS murdered people. But it's all a lie, all those fake diseases. London is a real dump nowadays. Last time I visited in 2024, Camden looked like a post-apartheid, I guess you mean Durban. Yeah, and down here that's why I go around picking up rubbish to make my town look better. London is a real dump, okay? Nunhead can be a bit, it's not super bad, but I still pick up the rubbish. I go down to Peckham, I pick up the rubbish. NHS doctored the statistics. Yeah, you know what else they did? They put people on the ventilators and and then they killed them. Okay? London is terrible now. It was terrible 15 years ago, yeah. But William Defoe wrote Robinson Crusoe, yeah. Was that the William Defoe? Okay, so do any diseases exist? Well, what do you mean by a disease? A disease where according to Koch's postulates, there's a disease that someone gets a tiny little bit in a wound. Maybe you got a little open wound and you're picking up rubbish in the street, and a tiny 1 or 2 bits of virus gets in there and it goes into your system and it grows and then you die. Is that the question you're asking, Joodles? What do you say about that? Is cancer a disease? Cancer is something completely different. Cancer is a disease because it's caused by anything that causes the mitochondria to fail. Cigarette smoking, alcohol. The Black Death is a disease. Any diseases at all of them. There are no diseases caused by viruses because viruses do not exist. Are there diseases that are caused by eating too much bacteria? Yeah, probably you eat it. It's going to make you sick. You know what it is? I go to I get fruit off of the trees here, and then yeah, you can get. Is it a disease that is fruit? No, there's no diseases. There are diseases. People get sick and die, and they've got diarrhea. But do they have diphtheria? No. You should watch Monsters Inside Me, Lewis. Why should I watch that, Lucy? Has anybody seen that? Monsters Inside Me. Please remind me again, Lucy, to do this. I'm writing it down. Can you see I'm writing it down? Okay. I read that book. Daniel Defoe. Yeah, Willem Defoe is the great actor. This is awesome. Thank you, Keith. The answer to that question is I read that book when I was very young. I read Robinson Crusoe, and that was a great book. I believe things are real, but people are too hysteric, too hygienic these days. My immune system is as strong as Lewis's aftershave. Well, then you don't have an immune system because I don't wear aftershave. I don't barely use soap. I never shampoo. I don't take showers anymore as much as I used to. But the answer to that question is Joodles, which is a very good question. Do any diseases exist? No diseases as we think are diseases exist. It's all terrain. If you disagree with me, computer viruses exist. Yes, they exist, but not one bit of wrong code. That's one whatever line, not even a line. Sam Sproxton is new. Do computer viruses exist? That's a really good question. I know, Lewis Schaffer, but I wanted to make you smile. Okay, thank you. Well, it did make me smile. I loved it. Thank you, Claire Warren. Is that really your name, Claire Warren? Alan Williams here. No, Lucy, you're thinking Jermaine Defoe. He's a great football. He should have replaced what's his name? That guy who I don't like anymore. Who's a great Gary Lineker. Another Claire C. Very slender Claire C. He wonders why he doesn't have a girlfriend, Grox. Yeah, because I don't bathe anymore. But like my ex-girlfriend, almost wife, she said to me, you can either wear clean clothes or have your body clean. And I wear clean clothes. I don't have any dirt. Is there any dirt on me? No, there isn't. I'm sorry for telling you this. You'll come up to me and you'll smell me and you'll think, ugh, maybe he smells. But yeah, is that bad? Is it bad, Columbus, that I don't shower or bathe as much as I used to?
Yes.
Columbus says it's bad that I don't as much as I used to. So people think, oh, you're kidding, Lewis. Am I kidding, Columbus? No, I'm not kidding, Columbus. We got 46 people watching. Buy a nice aftershave. No, because I think it's toxic to put it on your skin. I think soap is toxic. I think anybody who puts anything, women, if you put anything in your, down there, Columbus is right. He's right about a lot of things. He's a bright boy. He's a very bright boy, and he's good company, Columbus. He's very good company. As my other son is also very, very good. If Lewis had a girlfriend, his time would be taken up with her, and he wouldn't have time to call us fat here. That's totally true. I've been with women. They say, you don't love me. You spend all that time. Am I right, Columbus? Isn't that what that girl did to me? They want time. Women need time. They need time. But if you spend too much time with them, they go, I don't want to see you. You're not interesting anymore. Like that girl I said I loved her. She didn't like it at all. I would still adore you if you smelled bad, Lewis. Thank you, Claire. And that's important to me. I do not smell bad, I don't think. My breath has been bad at times. Last year it was bad. I don't know why it was bad. But all the diseases that we have, they're called terrain diseases. If you're not eating properly, not enough meat, eating a high carb diet, getting all sorts of fiber in your stomach, okay, you will get sick, and then you will die. And then right as you die, they take a little blood and they say, oh, we found a little bit of the cholera virus in it, right? I watched Gary Williams likes Gary Lineker. I like Jermaine Defoe a lot. A lot. And I like Gary Lineker as a presenter, and he should be allowed to say whatever he wants to because I believe in free speech. But because we're paying for the BBC, Old Spice used to wear it when I was a kid. That's so funny. Give me a Christmas present as Old Spice. Do not do that, Columbus. The answer to that question, Gary Lineker should hate Jews as much as he wants to. Let him hate Jews. I'm a Jew. People want to hate Jews. You want to hate Jews. You can hate Jews even here. But why should we give the BBC money? Why should we give the BBC money? If I was the BBC, I'd say, you know what? I don't want you saying bad things about Jews because we got a lot of Jews in this country and people are very sensitive about the Jews. Am I right? It's the BBC's problem. I'm going to be honest with you, Lewis. You sound like really hard work. Am I hard work, Columbus, do you think?
Yeah.
Was I hard work with that girl who was living with me all those years? Was I hard work? I'm waiting for the answer, Columbus.
Stop asking me questions, you know?
I don't know. Do you think I'm hard work?
Yes.
I'm getting less and less hard work now. I'm getting less and less. When I was young, as I got older, I thought to myself, I have to be loving. I wasn't perfectly loving. Thank you, Lucy. Denim when a man doesn't have to try hard. Yeah, well, yeah. Oh, fortuna. What does that mean, oh, fortuna, Lucy? But, yeah, number one, let me just answer Keith. Soap on a rope. The answer is no, because soap on a rope, you might put it someplace it doesn't belong. Soap is bad for you. It's a chemical. It's very bad. You do not need soap. Your ex-girlfriend was totally the wrong woman for you, Lewis. Too selfish. I would give you lots of attention. Well, you're halfway right. I appreciate that. But the answer is she wasn't the wrong woman. And women believe in wrong women. Do you believe in wrong women or wrong men? This was the wrong guy for me. Women always think I made a mistake. I chose the wrong guy. No, she wasn't. I had a dream where I went to a Jewish summer camp. I'm not Jewish, and I was wondering what I was going to say to the rabbi. Well, I've been to many Jewish summer camps. Joodles is laughing. What are you laughing at, Joodles? Don't give them money. They send you free envelopes every month, says Jerry Shepherdini. High maintenance. Who's high maintenance? You sound like really hard work. I am hard work. But that's why why do you think I say to everybody, shalom? Why I say to everybody, be loving? Why do I say that? Hold on a second. So what have we said today? Lewis Schaffer does not believe in germs. No germs. I don't believe in germ theory. Okay? Which has only been around for about 150 years or less than that. I don't believe, and because I don't believe in germ theory, I don't believe in keeping super clean. I don't believe in cleanliness as much as I used to. I wash my hands. Louis Levish would look good in paisley pattern and be very loving. In Swinger Club. I'm old enough to remember when paisley was not just for swingers. When I was about 12 years old, we used to wear paisley. In 1969, it was a very cool look. It was one of the first industrial products, paisley, out of Scotland, right? So, okay. So that's okay. So what do we move on to now? Hold on a second. I've attracted a fly. Watch me kill this fly. You can't see it. I think I killed it. It flew around. Judith is laughing. We don't know what she's laughing about. Okay? But people should be allowed to be anti-Semitic. I believe in free speech. They should hold, rallies. We hate the Jews if they want to hold rallies. But they also should be banned from TV. What game are you playing now, Columbus? He plays Minecraft. What game are you playing? Mr. Croxton wants to know. Columbus.
What?
What game are you playing?
It doesn't matter.
He doesn't want to say what it is.
No, yeah. I'm not here.
He's not here. I shouldn't be talking to him. He's not here. He's not social like me. He doesn't want the attention. If my other son were here, he'd be here. I do sound like hard work. Lucy, bringing some high culture to this thing. Okay? Don't kill it. What do you mean don't kill? Don't kill what? Talk about everything and laugh about everything. Right, exactly. If someone wants to say, yeah, if like someone says, I'm not anti-Semitic, I just hate Israel, you're an anti-Semite, basically. And you're not on my team. I believe in team in the what am I rude about? Who is being rude? If you say to somebody, you have to say the fly. I killed the fly. You've got to say who you're being rude to. Trump swearing. Yeah, I don't. I like that he's swearing. I don't even know why he's swearing. Why is he attacking Israel? Israel's saving the world. We don't need Iran to have a nuclear weapon. Do we need Iran to have a nuclear weapon? No, we don't. Is it time for high tea? Go get tea and then come back. Come back to the table. I had 2 sausages today. Those Tesco caramelized onion and pork sausages, and they were really nice. I shouldn't have any pork. Columbus is saying rude. Was he rude to you? Is he rude? Yeah, a little late. Thank you very much, Marianne. Thank you for coming in here. So are you going for 3 hours today, Lewis? I don't know. If we're having a good time. Are we having a good time? I think it's all right. I mean, I like being questioned. I like being told I should change my life. Team Schaffer, yeah. Be on the Lewis Schaffer team. I'm not right about everything, and not to me. You're not happy. You're not happy with me. Lucy's not happy. She's got to... I'm sorry, Lucy. I'm sorry. I just, you know what I've always said. I want to be liked. I want to be liked for me, warts and all. That's what I like. Carol's having a good time. You want people to question everything. Why suddenly the small particle school of science you have to believe, and if you question it, it's wrong. It's wrong. But why can't we say that? No is right about everything. What does it mean no, or you're right? What does that mean, no? Who said no is right about everything? I missed that. Anyway, I mean, ever since, I'll tell you what happened to me. I'll talk about one more thing that really bothers people. No, I meant Columbus wasn't rude to me. Okay, so maybe how about writing complete sentences? Okay? I assume you have your fingers, but maybe you don't. I don't know anything about you, but I love you. Lucy being mean. Yes, she's got a very mean streak in her. That's what I like about her. I like that she can be very, very mean. Yeah. We like you. Stop fretting. Lucy meant Columbus was rude to you. Okay, yeah. So Lucy is saying yes, Joodles. Yeah, Lucy has a very sharp personality, as does Joodles. I like that. I like smart women. Yet I'm called a misogynist because I like smart women. Okay? And my girlfriend Rose, my ex-girlfriend Rose, I shouldn't mention her ever again, or say her name ever again. She said, she says, this Lucy's great. And I go, yeah, she's great. She's great. I don't listen to everything that she said, but she was great because she's sharp and a feminist. I don't hate women for being feminists, even though I think it's absolutely stupid. But this is what women believe. Build big ships and planes, but not for fighting. Who? Iran? Iran? We should build... No, we should nuke... We should not nuke them. We should nuke their nuclear power thing so they don't have it. Do you like crickets? No, I only eat red meat. I don't eat any plants. That's it. I'm making a joke. Misogynist? Misogynist. Yeah, I don't like massages. I probably would like to be touched a bit more. But, yeah. What is Judel saying? It's your fault, Lucy. And then she says, Bill, I can't. What are you saying I can't do? It's very hard for me to respond to this. Lucy Succubus. She's got a very... But I like that. I like that. You have to remember with women, because they're not super tall, they can get whatever. My wife is smart, except for one thing, which you can guess. What, she doesn't love you enough, Keith? You know, women are different than men. They like a good fight. They like to show that they're smart. They like to say something. They said Andrew, they said I was being rude to her. I don't know what I was saying. And a case could be made I'm being rude to her because I don't bathe as much as I should, let's say, or I don't use shampoo, whatever. I will touch Lewis. You are married, Claire. Are you not married? And you're a ballsy person, so I don't, and you are married. I mean, I would like, yes, thank you, Claire. Have you heard Oliver Anthony's new song, Scornful Woman? Oh, is that the guy who wrote the song about, yeah, no, I didn't hear it. Is it good? Is it good, Scornful Woman? Did you... I mean, I like that song, and then I realized it wasn't so great about poor people. Yeah, she married me. That's who, my wife. Women have a long-term memory. Yeah, they do. They remember stuff. They remember, and they'll hold it against you years later. I remember when I was in New York, there was a woman on 72nd Street and Madison Avenue with a table outside. She'd set up a table, and there was a big sign demanding that Harold Johnson, who lived at 25 East 72nd Street, right below, be arrested for rape because he's a rapist. This woman, she was in her 70s, and she said that he raped me 3 times in 1952 after we got married. Or when he raped me and then he married me. And now 50 years later, I want him put in jail. And is that crazy? Is that crazy? This is with women. You need to, that's why you can't get divorced. Because they carry a long-term grudge, Joe. You're right. They have very long memories. And maybe he didn't do what she said he did, but he broke her heart. Maybe she deserved to have her heart breaking, but it's really bad. Claire, answer the question. Do you like Lewis? This went dark. What? Yeah. I'm sorry for saying that word. Yeah, maybe I'm not allowed to say the R word. Am I allowed to say that word? Maybe it cuts back on my... Next time, stop me from saying that. Marriage isn't a word. It's a sentence. Yes, but being single is worse. Okay? This is rich. Why is it rich, Lucy? You have to stay with people, basically. You have to be available. If my ex-wife came back to me and said, Lewis, I need to be with you, I'd try to talk her out of it. Okay, you got to have the dark times to appreciate the brightness. Yes, that's pennies from heaven. I'm sorry it went dark, Joodles, but it's really important. You have to stay with the person. Man is not that important. You can leave a man if you say, you know what, Lewis, I'm looking for a rich guy. I'm looking for a stronger guy. I'm looking for a better guy. Hold on a second. It's my friend. It's my friend Doug from New York is calling me. I now have friends. I never have had this many friends, like real friends. I guess I had friends. But am I right about that? Is that with women especially, if a woman doesn't want to have sex with you, you can't force her to have sex. But if a woman wants to have sex with you, you should have sex with her, whether you want to or not. And like with me, especially with men, if we've had a hard day and if a woman has been yelling at us and a woman says, I want you to have sex with me, we might not want to have sex with you. But we should anyway. You should say, you know what? I'll have sex with you. That's not what I've tried to do. I've tried to do that in the later years of my life. You do that. Hold on. Let me send a message to Let me just tell my friend Doug to contact us and see if okay. Let me see what's up. Okay, we got over 50 now. That's good. That's good. Let's hope to see if we can hit 60, 70. Always, but 50 is amazing. Always look on the bright side of life. Another great song. Great song from the whatchamacallit, Monty Python. Why should you stay with people if they're horrible, not being dark? Well, this is what women say. This is what women say. Women say, this is why you should stay with someone who's being horrible. You should find a way to make them love you, which is why you should get this book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. It's basically how to get people to like you. Okay, number one. People, it goes up and it goes down. They may be horrible 1 minute, and then the next minute they say, boy, I was really sorry. Okay? You can make people like you. You can be more likable. You can be thin if you're fat at the Lewis Schaffer Fat Club. You could be thinner. You could be more beautiful. Okay? Single men are often lonelier than single women because women have female friends and men have male friends. This is one of the reasons I'm really fond of Lucy, because she's just right. You're right most of the time except for your feminism. That's totally true. Women, like every woman has a best friend, and then they have the guy they're doing. Right? And men have just a woman. Like, I have more friends now because I don't have a girlfriend. I don't have a girlfriend. So you are right about that. Did you hear about the allegations about Eamon Hose kicking a GB news staffer? I didn't hear that. I don't know what that's alleged. I don't believe it. And he's younger than I am, and he's weaker than I am because he's probably on a high carb. Who knows what he is? I don't know. He works in the mornings. I don't know. He's never been mean to me. Okay. Love you, Lewis. Got to work. Okay. Say goodbye to Claire. If you go, you don't have to say goodbye. You don't have to say goodbye. Okay, because we got so many people here, but I appreciate you saying goodbye. Men never leave unless they have another woman. That exactly is not true. It's the other way around. Men never leave women unless the woman's horrible to them. Horrible. Unless the woman is horrible. And that includes not being beautiful. Any decent pubs in my area, yeah. The Ivy House, the Old Nun's Head, Pyrotechnic Arms, yeah. Men never leave, according to Lucy. I don't believe that. I think it's the other way around. You know, a woman always has a guy, is looking for a better guy, you know. Because they're thinking, why should I be with this guy? He makes no money. He said he was going to be a great big comedian in Britain, and now he's not. What do you think? Let's take a poll. Okay? Here's the poll. Should I write down the poll? Okay. You didn't have anyone lined up. Yeah, men, I've left women that didn't have anybody lined up. Because a man thinks it's better to be single than to be constantly screamed at. That's how I felt. It's better to be single, but it's not better to be single. Being with somebody who's screaming at you is horrible, right? But being alone is miserable. That's what I believe. Do you agree with that? What is the question I'm asking? I think it's a bit complicated, that question. Do women leave? Do men leave a woman who loves them? I don't know. I don't think so. The myth of hypergamy. Yeah. Well, that's the thing about Lucy. She's a feminist. She hates Andrew Tate, so she's up on all these things. Okay. I would never. First of all, I wouldn't leave my kids. I didn't leave my kids. At least I don't think I left my kids. But whatever. I'm not alone. I've got you guys and many drinking buddies. You're alone. You need a woman. We need a woman. Is there any of these women that these women would like to? Who would like to go out with Maltese Phil? He's the shape of a Malteser. No, he's not. Okay, wow. I've come in late and this sounds serious. Yeah, it's very serious. Do you agree? What is the question at hand? Lucy said something Very interesting. Men never leave unless they have another woman lined up. I don't believe that. Okay? Men leave because they're not getting the love and respect from the woman they're with. If they had a woman who was at home, who loved them, and their kids were waiting for them, they would not leave. They would not leave. Okay? They would not leave. I mean, maybe they would. Maybe sometimes. A lady. That's cute, bro. What did I say? Did I use the word lady? Single is better than being in a rubbish relationship. Same for women as it is for men. The answer is no, it's not. Because when a man is single, he doesn't see his children. This is deadly serious. I'm sorry. And I didn't see my children for a long time, as much as I wanted to. Now my son will say, oh, you saw us every day, blah, blah, blah. Men don't leave. No, I don't think that they leave their children. A woman who leaves takes the kids. She may get the house. She may get the money. And she'll get somebody, hopefully she'll get somebody else. Do you think having the first female head of MI6 is a good idea? I hadn't heard that, but I'm against women working. Sorry. I'm against their work. I'm against women working. Women don't like to work. They'd be better off at home taking care of the kids. And men giving him money. What do you think about that? Am I a horrible person? Oh my God, this is the worst. This Columbus. Is this the worst show that I've done? Columbus. Not even listening to me, my son. I would like to go to the pub with you, Lewis. We can do that. Do you have a husband? Do you have a husband? I would like to go to the pub. Thank you, Claire. Maybe Lewis will go to the pub with all of us, Claire. Maybe a Christmas party. Maybe before that. Maybe when I go on tour, we can all hang out at the pub. And I would hang out with you. This is why I'm not famous. Because you'll say, well, he's so easy to... This is like, what kind of celebrity sits there and talks for this length of time? Right? Why? No one does. But yeah, I would hang out with you. You all sound... Not you all. Some of you are not interesting. But there's something interesting to learn from everybody. You have to... Okay. Bye, Claire. Okay, no, Lewis. It's a great show. Stop fretting. No, because the things that I believe in, you could say are misogynistic. That I don't think a woman should be head of MI6. I don't think that they should. It's a wonderful show. Thank you. I appreciate you telling me this. Thank you, Mary Ann. What is your favorite drink? Don't ask me questions like that. Ask me, do I drink apricot sours? And I would say I used to. I can't drink them now. They're too sugary. Question, peanut butter, yes or no? Peanut butter, no. No. Peanuts, they're high in oxalates, they're high in lectins, I think. They're high in all the toxins. And they oxidize. So they're not good, and they're high in, not that salt is bad, and they've got carbs. Single men do worse than single women. Yes, we do. But single fathers do better than single mothers. That's very provocative, Alan Williams. But and you could be a great single mother. But single fathers, they take it seriously. I hope I was a good dad with my kids. I mean, I wasn't great, but I could have been better. Many women have left me, but the vast majority parted on good terms. Well, if that's true, then that's great. We need to part on good terms. I left one woman, and then she told people horrible things about me. And people believed it because, it's a woman saying horrible things. Other women have left me, and they told the judge he's done horrible things. And, the judge didn't believe it, luckily. But I didn't get the kids. Anyway, I shouldn't have gotten the kids. I'm glad I didn't get the kids. You should never take kids away from mothers. You should never do it. Even if you're dying inside, you should work it out with the mother. Work it out. Vodka. I drink vodka, basically. I drink vodka tonics because it's a very good low-carb drink. But I don't really drink that much of it. But the other day, what did I have? I had 3 pints. I don't drink vodka from a pub in this country. There's not enough alcohol in it. There's loads of... yes, there are. There's loads of people from Northern Ireland, Lucy. Single fathers are very different demographically from single mothers. Why? Because they can make money? Is that what it is? but they don't get enough. Yeah, that's an interesting point, Lucy. They are different. But the whole country's filled with single mothers now. So maybe if they're not meant to be single mothers, a sidecar Manhattan. I don't drink any of those drinks. I don't drink any. Jack Daniels with ice is my favorite. No. What is the email to send pics, Lewis? You could send it to Lewis Schaffer, PR@gmail.com. Or you could go to Twitter. Have you been on Twitter? You know what you could do? You could everybody stop what they're doing right now to make sure you're subscribed if you're not subscribed. And like the thing. But Lucy is right that single mothers are a very different demographic. But then a lot of times, 90% of all divorces or 80 are caused by women. By women. If they're married, if they get married. And men don't want to be married because they're going to get divorced. Vodka is potato juice. You shouldn't eat potatoes. Should you eat potatoes, Simon Arnold? I don't think you should. Keith lives up there, but Keith is living in Britain right now, right? Okay. Vodka is good. Did John please name the dinosaur hour after you? You know what? I'm not a dinosaur because or maybe I've gone back in time because I was very, very modern. You want to call it modern if you're going to call me a dinosaur now. For years and years. I believed in women getting a divorce. I believed in women deciding what to do. I can't do it. I can't do any accent. I can do the general. Here's my general English accent. Oh, you Americans are so stupid. What do you know about anything? That's my joke. Okay. I should have turned my phone off.
You still streaming?
I am streaming, but I'm sending Doug a message. And then I got another message from a friend of mine, Simon Greenberg, telling me how bad things are. I know how bad things are. Women who are widowed live long. Men who are widowed, not much. Yes, exactly. We need women. And they do, maybe because they harbor anger. They keep their anger alive. I don't drink vodka or anything. Yeah, I think do not drink. All alcohol is bad. All alcohol is bad. I've changed my belief system. I am very, very, very what you would call right-wing right now. I apologize for that. I wasn't always this way. Have you called Nick Dixon to do a duo? Yeah, I guess Columbus, should I invite Nick on the show?
Sorry?
Should I invite Nick Dixon on the show? Of course I should.
Yeah.
Of course I should.
Content.
Yeah. Okay, I doubt, Keith. Having just heard that attempt at an English accent. Okay, I send some pics to you to laugh at. Yeah, send some pics. Or you could send it on Twitter. Are you guys on Twitter? Just send me a direct message on Twitter. I quite like Lewis with Kumas. Yeah, Kumas. What is that? Adam Kumas. Yeah, he's great too. I hope not. What do you hope? That I'm... What did I say to you? I don't remember what you said. I've got a very bad memory, Lucy. It's very hard to be a mother. That's why mothers need men. It's very hard to be a father. That's why fathers need mothers. Okay? Okay, Doob's on the show. Yeah, I would like to have her on the show. She's a bit classier than I am. She's married to a millionaire, and he's great. I used Grok to see what I'd look like as a woman. I could fancy myself. That's the problem with the world today. The problem with the world is the men and women are very close. You know, genetically, we're very close. We could look alike. That's why, you know, you put a man with a little bit of lippy, and Lewis Schaffer falls for him. That can happen. Sorry, I don't have any social media. I stopped having smartphone too. I'm in such a better place with no neck ache. Yeah, maybe you're right. I mean, says the man who's on YouTube 8 to 10 hours a day and on Twitter 2-3 hours a day. The Death podcast was really good. Yeah, thank you very much. Well, that was Sajila. She's really great, Sajila. She's Sajila. My parents escaped from Northern Ireland, but wasn't sure about it. Came back, left again, and now you're in Canada. Yeah, well, I mean, Northern Ireland was once one of the richest places on earth, and then it stopped, and now now they're fighting over nothing. Oh my God! I just googled Dube's husband is Simon Jordan, the boxing guy. No, Simon Jordan, the guy who owned the Crystal Palace. He's great, Simon Jordan. Simon Jordan. No guy ever chose to be a single father, so it's different. Yeah, yeah. Why would we choose to be? I mean, you want to do. Men want to do a good job. They want to be a good dad. Women. I'm not going to say bad things about this. She married Jordan. I didn't know that. Simon Jordan. Yeah, I can't stand Simon Jordan. He is so agitating. I met him and liked him. I met him and liked him. He's friends with David Tabazel, who's on the chat a little bit ago. I bet Dubes has a Crystal Palace. I bet so too. She's very well. Yes, very articulate. Kinsey is Jordan. Yeah, yeah, he's great. It's very hard to be on the radio. Doing this. I've only done this 15 times, and it's going to take a long time before we get really good at it. And I hope this is. I'm not going to whatever this is. This is good enough. So what did we say that was good? We said about marriage. What did we say about marriage? I don't remember. What did we say? Maybe he was like that for the radio. I don't know. He was very articulate in person, and he's a great guy. He made a lot of money. He basically spent it all on Crystal Palace, which is my team. So here's a guy. He's given Crystal Palace. I mean, they almost went into bankruptcy when he was there, but he really cared about the team. And so why should he be booed? He cared about the team. He cared about the team. Should anybody be booed about the team? So let's see what's going on. Has anybody joined the
There
live stream?
we go.
Go on to the mini feed and join the live stream. He's great. Trudel says, I really like Simon. He puts that Scottish idiot Jim Thingamajig in his place every day. Yeah, well, I like anybody who puts anybody in their place. I don't disagree about him being articulate, says Kinsey. Sam Sproxton, where are you from, Sam? Simon Jordan just always discusses boxing in a very posh voice. He's not as posh as you think. He made all of his money. He lived next to Crystal Palace. Okay? What the hell was that? What the hell was what? What? Lucy, talk to me. Talk to me. What the hell was that? Oh, I like that. I'm going to unsubscribe to resubscribe. Laugh out loud. Yeah. You're in Warks. That's Warwickshire. Is that Warwickshire, Warks? Is that what Warks is? Where's Warks? Where's Warks? I'm from Sarks, as in Southwark. I was from Southwark. So that's what it is with women. Women are. The funny thing is, men are the most romantic people. They're more romantic than women. They would fight it out. They'd fight, or what? Maybe they wouldn't fight it out. But I just thought, if someone's not liking me, I can't be with this person. If this person talks about divorcing me every single second of the day, or she talks about like how angry she is every day, I think, I'll do her a favor. I'll break up with her. That doesn't mean. It didn't work. That subscription notification must be from Twitter. Is it? Go on to whatchamacallit.
There we go.
Just go to YouTube /Lewis Schaffer 97. 9707, Lewis Schaffer. Should this be working, Columbus? I mean, do that. Do that. Do that. I mean, if it doesn't work, give it a try. Give it a try. What are you laughing at, Lucy? No one knows what the hell you're talking about. Ooh, it came up. Laugh out loud. It came up. Okay, there you go. There you go. It came up. It's subscribed. I seen it too. It didn't work. Well, it came up from Mr. Croxton. Schaefer is my son. Mr. Croxton. How old are you, Mr. Croxton? I should know this. You're my son. Late to the party, but hello to everyone. Hello, Lynn. Hello, Lynn. Welcome back, Lynn. We're talking about something that you might bother you. Might bother all women. We're talking about who's quicker to leave a relationship, men or women. Why do men leave? Men have something better that they go to. Late to the party. They leave because they have some woman who listens to them. That's what we want. I'm at 46. You're at 46. Yeah, that's good. I got married in 1991. Still am. Don't brag. Don't brag. That's only 34 years. That's great. Brag. You can brag. You can brag. Old enough to be your son, laugh out loud. That's at any age. Well, maybe not now. But yeah, let's brag. Let's find somebody and let's be in love with them. Let's try to work out love. Even if they hate you. Are you wearing little shorts today, Lewis? No, I'm wearing long sleeves. These are Banana Republic jeans that I have had probably for about as long as that guy's been married, since the 1980s, Banana Republic. That's my brand. Alan Williams. What's the there we go? What's this there we go thing? Who said there we go? Women always laugh at me when it comes up. What comes up? I mean, you're being funny. There came up. You Jarrett says, is this a new feature? I feel I subscribed too early in the history of this channel. It was the silent episode that won me over. Yeah, I think that was episode 2, right? The silent episode. I'm glad I did that. I didn't do it because I thought this is going to be brilliant. I just said I'm going to do it because it might be brilliant. It might be brilliant. Yeah. I mean, my son was like yelling at me. No, my son Paul was yelling at me. Tell them you turned NYC socialist by moving to London and not voting in NYC. Yeah, he thinks I should vote. I should vote this year. And I voted for Mayor Giuliani back in the 1990s, and I'm glad I did. It was the topless episode that won me over. That was also something that I did. I took off my shirt because I didn't think I was recording, and I was recording. And I'm not going to be topless again. We're not on a beach. I'm not thin enough to be topless, okay? I saw a video of this really old guy climbing a tree. I don't know where he was climbing a tree, but I think he was like taking down dates. And you can still love a guy who's all wrinkly. Would you love a guy who's all wrinkly? I love a wrinkly girl. I would. I will. I do. I do. I'm not saying from my porn collection, but I do. Corn. We're calling it Corn. Silent episode. It was like Harold Lloyd, but with less action. Yeah, it was a silent episode. Okay, Lucy, are you... Thank you, Lucy. Lucy says, no, I am not. What are you wearing, Lucy? Or does that sound creepy when I ask Lucy that question? Lewis would look good in a Hawaiian shirt, like a big fat spider in a Hawaiian shirt. In WWW, what does that mean? Oh, like in a wrestling episode. I have one Hawaiian shirt. Harold Lloyd without subtitles. Why? I should maybe watch a Harold Lloyd thing. I'm writing this down. I don't know why I'm writing this down. What I should be doing is I should be saying, what are episodes we could record and say Lewis Schaffer talks on? Could that be something, Columbus? Lewis Schaffer talks on marriage, talks on Harold Lloyd, talks on whatever. You failed. Did you unsign yourself, Keith? Because He says the silent episode was a test for his YouTube followers. I failed. No, it wasn't that. It wasn't. It was a test for me. It was a test. Could I do a show without even talking? Could I do a show even with talking? Any leap readers would enjoy that episode. Yeah, I got so mad. I was mad at Paul for walking out on me, and the new me, the old me, would have said, "I'm not talking to this guy anymore. I'm not going to do my radio show with Paul. I'm not going to have him on the show anymore." But I forgave him. I forgave him when he hung up on me because I told him the COVID thing was bull in March of 2020. You could review newspapers. I could, but you don't read newspapers, Nonstick Nick, so no one reads them. No one reads them. Harold Lloyd was brilliant, yeah. And you know who else was brilliant? The other guy. Who was the other silent guy? I forget the guy's name. I'm so bad. I'm sorry. Who's the other guy's name? It failed, but was equally funny. Do a mime episode. Maybe a mine episode. I'm a Jew. Mine. The yibba. Yeah. What's the guy's name? Why don't I remember people's name? Because my blood pressure is high. Buster Keaton. Thank you very much. Slumbird is great. You guys are great. Yeah, him. Buster Keaton. Unbelievably brilliant. And he became famous again in 1960s. And he was famous in the 1920s. So 40 years later, that could be Lewis Schaffer, Buster Keaton. Thank you, Lucy. Yeah. Charlie Chaplin, also great. I used in the comedy cellar, they used to play it. Fatty Arbuckle. He's a perfect example of what happens. He supposedly said something, and the rumor went out that he said something, and then he got banned. But he was fat, so maybe he should have been banned. He shouldn't have been setting a role model. Those are really great acts there. I hear Lewis Schaffer is the new host of Blind Date. Is that the one where they have how many people on? I don't think I've ever seen Blind Date. I mean, I've seen the one where they're interviewing all the different people. Is that sort of like, what's the one that the dating game in America? Could you imagine that? I was asked, my friend Tom asked me to speak at his wedding. Actually paid me. He wasn't a friend. He's a friend now because he gave me money. That's what it takes to make me a friend. But he asked me to speak at his wedding ceremony right after I'd been divorced. Supposedly it was all right. He was accused of a bit more than saying something. Is that true, Fatty Arbuckle? I thought he was just accused. Yeah, I don't know whether that was true. I don't know if that was true. Well, we'll find out about Fatty Arbuckle, right? Should we find out about Fatty Arbuckle? Could you find out about that? He was an actor in America, hosting Blind Date while telling people if they are overweight or not. Yeah, I wouldn't do. You can't tell. Nothing personal. But and women don't even like to be told they have a nice shape because they think every woman has a nice shape. They don't like to be told. Women don't like you. No, you blind weight. That's funny. Are you laughing at that, Lucy? I can't tell if she is, but like a man would go up to a woman and say, "Wow, you're really beautiful," and he would think that that's a compliment to a woman, and a woman can get really angry. How dare you call me really, really beautiful? Because they much rather, because they don't think that, a lot of women don't think that they're beautiful. And a lot of women want to be complimented on the work that they put in to become beautiful. It's like telling a guy, "Oh, you were born rich," is telling a woman that they're beautiful. We've got 3 horrible women here tonight. Pick the least worst. That is very funny. Yeah, because then it's going to be horrible. And you pick the least worst. And whoever you pick, you got to make it work. That's because there are so many creepy men, Lewis. Yeah, a man is considered creepy if you tell a woman that she's beautiful. Shouldn't be that way. You should just say thank you. I took the course, the Dale Carnegie course. And there's a whole segment on how to accept compliments. Let's see if I can find it in this thing. How to accept compliments. Should I put the light on? Let me put the light on. Is that better? Become a better speaker. The handle. Where are the chapters? The chapters. I'll find. There's a chapter in this book about how to give a compliment. I am the most horrible. You might be. You might be. You don't sound horrible to me. I mean, you do sound horrible. You do sound a bit horrible, but I find you very attractive, Lucy. Roscoe Arbuckle went to a party where Virginia Rape died. Yeah. Subscribe, guys. Everybody subscribe. Croxton, subscribe, guys, please. We're over 800. That's a brilliant thing. Yeah, he went to a party. Yeah. But so did that guy who went to a party in... who is the guy who went to a party and doesn't have a career? You know? Yeah. Some bad things happen. We don't know. I thought he was the one. No, maybe he wasn't the one. Yeah. And his career is gone. He wasn't... Yeah. How to win friends and influence people. Yeah. No. They're not automatically considered creepy for compliments. We can spot a creep from 5 miles away. Yes. Because you don't find them attractive. If you found them physically attractive, the exact same words out of their mouth. Everybody knows this in the men community now because of red pill, black pill. Michael Barrymore. Exactly, Lucy. Exactly. A guy died and he was blamed. And, yeah, that's the problem with being a comedian. You know, you can't have somebody die on you. You can't have somebody die. No. You don't, I mean, and then he's gone. Stuart Lubbock, that's the guy who died. You know, you don't know. Bad things happen. It's like that guy, that other favorite song that I have, the guy who got pushed off a balcony in Hoxton by the Lover. What's the thing called? We don't know what it is. What is it called? I think it's a shame man can't call women attractive without being considered creepy. Yeah, well, that's what you do. You can't. Don't go up to a woman who you think is really beautiful and say, wow, you're really hot looking. They don't like that. I think women agree to that. They think you're a creep. Unless you're really good looking. And you know if you're really good looking. That you could say anything. Okay? But there's a way of saying it. Yeah, you better have an amazing, beautiful face and a nice body. What's a hot spot not? What's a hot spot not? What's a hot spot not? Anyway, thank you, Lucy, for that information. There isn't the right way. You gotta say, wow, I love those shoes. Without, maybe that sounds gay. You gotta say, wow, I'm a dermatologist, and you've got really great skin. You could say that maybe. Not a hot spot. Okay, not a hot spot. I think all the girls on here are attractive. Is that creepy? Yes, that's also creepy. It's like, yeah, you can't say that either. Not a hot spot. Not a hot spot. What does it mean, Lucy? They can only say it if they are taller. Yes, that's true. If they're taller and better looking. Rosy cheeks, is that okay? You could maybe say to a girl, wow, it looks like you just got back from skiing. I'm a skier too. Maybe that could sound creepy too. You're laughing your arse. Is that true? Your LMA. Are you laughing? Okay. Heard about Lucy Connolly being beaten up by prison staff. She shouldn't even be in prison. That is so true. That is so true. But the most important thing is social cohesion, because if you're gonna have replacement and religion replacement in this country, you got to have social cohesion, not to fight it off. So that maybe we should all do something about Lucy Connolly. Maybe we should write everyone a letter. Maybe we should send money to particular political belief people. All right in the back, all right in the front. What is a hot spot not? Not a hot spot. Not a hot spot. Very sad, Warren. It is really sad. Okay? But we can spot a creep. Yes, you can, because women have the ick factor. They have the ick factor. They don't like icky people. That's why I try to be as open and honest as possible. I don't want any surprise where you say, "Oh, Lewis, you didn't tell me this." But women want the top 2% man or 3% man. Rupert Lowe wants a petition. Yeah, you signed the Rupert Lowe petition. Yeah. Awful things happen when women open their mouth. Do that. Correct, Lewis. It's not to do with looks. It's mostly to do with looks. It's to do with looks. Yeah, if you're the right looks for them, they will put up with somebody coming up to them and they'll talk to you. You can say funny, horrible things to people. People will rise up eventually, but the state will turn on their own. And the state hasn't turned on their own right now. It's not for me to say. Free Lucy Connolly, yeah. I don't want to be a listen, I'm not from this country, except my kids are English, and I live in England. But am I right? But the point I am making is we have to, we think we're being nice to women, and women might think they're being nice to us, and they're not being nice to us. So we have to learn. That's what we have to learn. We have to learn what men want, and women have to learn, and men have to learn what women want. There is a conspiracy theory that Lucy Connolly isn't really in prison. That's the kind of thing that the left would say. I think she's in prison, but maybe she's not. What are you saying? Are you saying the left are good people? I don't believe that at all. She shouldn't be in prison for sure, however. You don't get bent up for nothing in prison. She must have started a fight or started something for it to happen. I've been watching a lot of these prison videos on TikTok. Do you ever watch any of them, Columbus? The prison. Lewis has her under his mattress. She was an attractive woman. She's a mother, the mother's not with, it's a horrible thing. I remember when my mother went to the Institute of Living in Connecticut because she was feeling a bit bipolar and depressed, which is bipolar. Didn't Richard Tice visit her today? Well, God bless Richard Tice. And it was horrible. And it was horrible when your mother gets sent away. You think they're never going to get sent back. No politics required. Jail is too much. Is just too much. Yes, he did. Yes, he visited. Okay. But yeah, it's really, really bad. It's really, really bad. We need whatever we need. I don't think the people, the native British people are supporting mass immigration. I don't think that they are. They haven't been asked. Have you been asked? No, you haven't been asked. And so people need to be asked. And when they're not asked, what do they call a country where you don't ask the people? The government doesn't ask the people. Yeah. We're not far right. We're not. I appreciate that. Alex Belfield was another jailed for hurty words. Yeah. I believe in free speech even if it is hurty. What do you guys think about that? Free speech. I believe in that. I believe in democracy. I believe in openness. I believe in people running for office and being able to speak. And I believe that people being able to speak their mind. I think the left, I don't want to say anything bad things about them because you don't know. It's not my country. Yet. Maybe it never. Did Richard Tice... well, Richard Tice believes in mass immigration. He believes in immigration. Didn't you read that? Don't forget that we are currently under the government of service. Like, we have to help other people. Yeah, we have to help other people. This country basically ended slavery. And now we got to pay for it. Cost you billions. I'm against slavery. I'm a victim of my family was slaves in Egypt. Okay, police the streets, not the tweets. That's nice. What is it like there up in Peekskill? Okay, I remember I went to Bard College. I remember how bad Poughkeepsie was. Okay, pedos walk free. Yeah, pedos walk free. Alex Belfield is out and is going to restart his show. Okay, I'm not familiar with his show. Maybe we should all watch his show. Hooray for the First Amendment. Yeah. Hooray for the First Amendment. And the Second Amendment, too. You can't have a First Amendment unless you have a Second Amendment. No, Lewis, government of service was the whole ticket Starmer was on. Yeah. Government of service. Yeah, like he wants us to help, when he gets elected, to help other people. No. We should help ourselves first. Free speech should be enshrined in law. Yes, it should be, Lud. Like in America, 48 viewers. Alan Williams, what's your favorite film apart from Planet of the Apes? I really liked Planet of the Apes, and I saw it when it first came out. That's how old I am. I mentioned, you tell me what film it is. Read my comment above, Lewis. Okay, sorry. How far up is it? I didn't see it. I'm gonna have to check. Can you copy it? Can you copy it? I don't see it. There is a conspiracy theory that Lucy Connolly isn't really in prison. Well, remember, conspiracy theories are not facts. They're theories. Okay? If she really isn't in prison, then it is a conspiracy, because you'd need more than one or two people to let someone go free. You'd have to have the prison involved, the judicial system involved, and it would be a conspiracy. Is it a theory? What does Lucy say? What do you say? Do you believe that, Lucy? No spoilers. Remember seeing it as a kid. Helena Bonham Carter made a fantastic ape. She wasn't. Oh, that's in the later one. Is that was Helen Bonham Carter? No, I don't think she was in Planet of the Apes. Which comment? I didn't see the comment. Which comment? Post it again so I can see it, Lucy. Am I wrong that I'm expressing an interest in what you have to say? Is that not misogynistic enough? If you have her name and daub her, you can send her money to her prison account. Oh, date of birth. Oh, I see. You can send it to her prison account. Babe, can you send her money through Patreon or through what's the other one? PayPal. Tice been on GB News talking about how Lucy Connolly been manhandled in prison. Yeah. I mean, it's a prison, and the whole police state is now taking. They have women prison guards now. How good can that be? And then they're wondering why the prison guards are banging the prisoners, which some of them are. They shouldn't be allowed to be prison guards. It's basically torturing the men by having female prison guards. Okay? Well, what comment is it? Never mind. No, don't say never mind, Lucy. I want to know. She's person handles. That's funny. All right in the back. I don't know what comment. I've read all the things. Michael Barrymore. Not a hotspot. Your comments are not long enough, Lucy. I'm criticizing you. Oh, she was in Planet of the Apes 2001. I'm talking about Planet of the Apes 1969 or 68. Hang on, Lewis. There have to be female prison guards in female prisons. No. Well, maybe. No, I don't trust them. And no, I don't trust them. I don't trust. You have to keep an eye on the men too. You gotta keep an eye on them. They're 68. 68 what? 1968 is that's when it was made. I don't think, it's like I've got a friend who's teaches at a bad boys' school. She's a girl who teaches at a bad boys' school, and it's very scary. It's very scary. Newburger's worse. Yeah, Is Newburgh still bad? I remember going to Newburgh. The history of Newburgh is amazing. That's across the river. There's a great big, there's an airport. Do you ever fly out of Newburgh? Newburgh's got the airport. There are females in male prisons because there's been videos. Yeah, I've seen the videos. And one of the stories we studied on Headliners was that, about women who were arrested. And women teachers now. It's so common in America. When I was in there, because guys are staying away from women because they're not loving enough. They don't act like Claire acts towards me. When I was in there, an attractive and young female officer would flirt and tried it on with me. I rejected her because I thought it was a trick. She gave relief to a few of the others. Yeah, well, relief means literally relief. The original Planet of the Apes was brilliant. Beneath the Planet of the Apes was one of the most disturbing dystopian films ever. Yeah, they had a train line and stuff. I made a film like that. Indiana Jones. People didn't like it, but it was really well made. They redid the train line. Who would have even mentioned the remake? Blocked. Yeah, you're blocked. He's laughing. I've changed my mind. You're not that lovable. Oh, there you go. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Lucy. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm not that lovable. I'm not. I don't. My problem is I don't have self-control. Because even as I'm saying it, I know I shouldn't be saying it. I shouldn't be saying it. I mean, should women be working? Yeah, women should work. At a certain age, they should be working. Basically, but men should be giving women money. But we give you money now through taxes. The state gives them money. I'm sorry, Lucy. Okay, don't tell him that, Lewis Judels. Yeah, don't tell him that. Don't tell him my heart is broken. Lucy, yes, Am I lovable? No. It is significant prison guards are called screws. That's a funny joke. Okay. Oh, Lucy, did you notice the change in the tone after you read that you changed your mind? Yeah. But I don't care, Lucy. I don't care if you don't like me. I could live without it. I don't care. Okay. Okay. You've never flown out of Newburgh, either JFK or LaGuardia. Yeah, well, you could go straight down the, what road do you take then? Do you take the Sawmill or the Tucker, what the thing is called? Not the Tucker Mill, what is it called? The Sawmill or the, what's the other road? Oh my God, my memory is so bad. I'm worried, Columbus. What is the road called? The Sawmill, and then the other road that goes up there. Now I'm going to look it up. You know what I'm talking about, Marianne. What is the parkway called? Tucker Parkway. What is it called? Let me see if. Parkway. Not Peekskill, in Peekskill. What is the name of the parkway? There's two parkways. Sawmill River Parkway, and what's the other parkway called? Hold on a second. Hold on, let me turn this off. Sawmill River Parkway. And what's the other parkway? The two parkways merge or connect or whatever. Taconic State Parkway. Sorry, I got it. Thank you. The Taconic State Parkway. The Taconic. Thank you, Marianne, very much. Lucy, say it isn't so, says Kinsey. Lucy. Taconic. Yeah. I didn't have roads outside the airport on my Pingo card. Well, I'm obsessed. Nunhead Radio. This is Nunhead Radio content. Yes, you're right, and you don't like that. You don't like that it's Nunhead Radio. Yeah, it's not. It hasn't been. It got a bit too serious. Is that what you're saying? Has it gotten too serious? First of all, I'm very obsessed with roads. I'm very obsessed with love. I'm very obsessed with women working and all that stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry. Lucy, stop messaging in short messages. I can't follow either. Laugh out now. Okay. Oh, you say you're sorry to Andrew. Maybe Andrew was not a nice guy either. And weight is another thing. Yeah. Well, maybe we should, yeah. I mean, I'm obsessed with most things. Most things. I'm obsessed with roads and parking restricted zones and LNS, whatever it's called. We like obsessed, Lewis. That's why we're here. Well, I am obsessed. I am obsessed. And maybe that's why when you don't want me to be obsessed with you because you think, well, this is going to be too extreme. But I am obsessed. Like I was obsessed with Madeline McCann. Okay, I don't care. My husband does the driving laugh out loud. Last night, we drove to Wappingers Falls, beautiful out there, and he was speeding like Steve McQueen. Yeah, well, that's right near you. Remember, I was in Red Hook a lot, Kingston a lot. I've been in the Taconic. I've been all over. I've been in Red Hook. I've been in Barrytown. I've been in Park Plain. What's that what the thing called? I hate paying for parking. Yeah, I hate them trying to eliminate parking. What is your opinion of 5G masts? That's a hard question, and I really haven't thought of it. It's like one of those things. Do we need it? What's your opinion about it? Have you seen Deception Detective on Madeline McCann? No, I'll write that down. I don't like them. Deception Detective on YouTube. Okay, I'll see if I can look at that. I like to use trains. I think the train companies don't want us to use them. Yeah, London British trains are the most expensive in the world. Yeah, like so more expensive than in America practically, I guess. It like costs a pound a kilometer or more. You want to go 10 miles away, it could cost 20, 30 pounds. I like going on the bus at the front, up to the top like a little boy. Yeah, well, it's like I used to take my kids on the DLR, and we just sit in the front. Okay. 5G masts everywhere, and the signal's still shite. Not in London, signals are great. Where do I find Nunhead Radio? You find it on Resonance FM, Mixcloud.com, Resonance FM. Okay, I think I'm getting a bit dizzy. 2 hours is enough. I'm going to say goodbye to everybody. We had about 50 people watching, which is really good. I want to thank you for watching. And we had friends come on, as you're our friends. So if you have any last questions, ask a question and then we'll say goodbye. You're 52 in front of the DLR thing, yeah. Kingston is lovely as far as the trains. Kingston maybe now is lovely. They basically maybe redid it. Our 2 lines in Westchester Camp. We stayed in Kingston. I took my kids up to Kingston. We stayed in the hotel up there. Big love, Schaffer. Big love, Jules. I hope to speak to you. Resonance FM. Yeah, that's what you got to do. Is it bad that it sounds like too much like Nunhead Radio? Discussing Nunhead. How about chemtrails? I'm not obsessed with chemtrails, but I've been thinking about it a lot. Yeah. Chemtrails, yeah. You can't trust these people. Okay, let's say goodbye to everybody. What are my plans for tonight? I'm going to upload this thing. Stop fretting. Do you find that attractive? I do fret. Great chatting with you. Thank you, Mark. 2 hours is a lot, but I love it. Yeah, you can come and go as you want to. You can put it on in the background. I should break up the thing into like Lewis Schaffer talks about chemtrails. Lewis Schaffer talks about women working. Lewis Schaffer. Do you think like that? Or maybe you could listen to it and you could say, Lewis, you started to talk about chemtrails at this hour and women working at this hour. And we thought it was funny. We didn't think it was funny, so maybe don't talk about it. Time has flown by. Yeah, it's flown by for me. Warren lives in my hometown of Warsaw, which is it in Warwickshire? Warsaw. I forget. Is Warsaw in Warwickshire? Bye, you crazy lots. Sir Lewis of Nunhead. Thank you, Hugh Garrett. Good chat. Thank you, Mr. Croxton, my son. Thank you very much. Thank you, Lucy. Sorry you don't like me as much. Great show, Lewis. Keep going. Better every day, says Simon Arnold. Cheerios, chum. Cheerios, says Joodles. Let's see what else. Lumber idea. Put the chat under both video and chats. What does that mean? What does it mean to put things under video and chats? Columbus. Columbus.
What?
He says that I should put it under video and chats.
I don't know whether it makes it better or not.
He says do it both ways. Catch you next time. Thank you, Kinsey. Great name. Good night, all. Thanks for the laughs. Bye, Marianne. Thank you very much for saying goodbye. You mean Brown Hills? Where is it? Is it in Warwickshire? Yeah, I mean Brown Hills. What does that carrot mean thing, Kinsey? You could put the live chat under the video. Oh. Under the video. I thought it is under the video. I thought it's on the screen. Is it on the screen? It helped with suggestions in the YouTube algorithm. It helps with suggestions in the YouTube algorithm. Maybe we'll have to. I keep on promising to do stuff. I haven't spent enough time today working on this thing. The question above is what? Oh, I see. What time tomorrow? Oh, yeah. 5 o'clock. Is this the best time, or was 8 o'clock better? What do you think? Yeah, what time tomorrow? 5 o'clock or 8 o'clock? I mean, you can watch it anytime you want to, but what is the best time? Marianne is watching on her phone and can see the chat underneath the video. Also on the screen. Lewis, are you going to do a show with Columbus? I don't think I'm going to do a show with Columbus. I think he doesn't think he's not like his father. Columbus is normally social. I am mental social. 8 o'clock is better. 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, rock. Happy days. Yeah, good. On the replay, you could comment. You could view comment that were made live. Yeah. Well, can you view with that now? We need a poll about the time is right to start. Yeah. I mean, the thing about 8 o'clock, what do you think? Is that 8 o'clock? What about 7? Yeah, 8 o'clock. I mean, maybe 8 o'clock is the best time. Maybe 8 o'clock is the best time.
Then you don't have to thank everyone,
Why not? I'm thanking they for stayed in. There's still 35 people here. Alan Williams, Slumbert, Nonstick Nick. Thank you very much. Yeah, my son is very conservative. Are you very conservative, Columbus?
Yeah.
I'm conservative as a radical conservative. My son is conservative and more like a Tory conservative. Which when I say Tory conservative, I mean Labour. Whenever it suits you, Lewis, to be honest. That's what Kinsey said. And you say, yeah. So is Warsaw in Warwickshire? We are here 10 minutes after you've gone. Is that true? Are they still there? If I end the screen, why don't I just put it... So if I put it on stream start, you won't see me or hear me. I'm saying goodbye. Thank you very much. Goodbye, everybody. Wait, say you can still talk, but you can't hear me.